Today I'm going to do a big frittata and I'm going to be using butternut squash for that. So this is how I prepare a butternut squash. I have literally cut the top and the bottom off. I've left the skin on but gave it a wash and cut any gnarly bits off. I've just put a little bit of salt on that. The seeds are still in there. I'm going to wrap that in tin foil and bake it in the oven for about 3/4 of an hour. This is 58 grams of Lidl Spanish chorizo. It's this one. That is 9 smart points. I'm also going to chop up 2 onions and fry it in the chorizo. I'm not going to use any oil because there'll be loads in that anyway. So this is my butternut squash cooked. You can just scoop the seeds out now, like that. And they've all scooped out, as you can see. I am then going to mash these. So I've just chucked the butternut squash, I've taken the seeds out and chucked it in a bowl, and you can just mush it up. I've left the skin on because that's absolutely fine to eat and I've got no problem with it. A little bit more roughage as far as I'm concerned. So that is my mixed up butternut squash. It'd been cooking for so long that it's just broken up, which is great. I'm now going to crack in 7 eggs because that's how many I've got. I would normally use 8, I think, but I'll use 7 because that's all I've got. So there's 7 eggs in there. I'm just going to give that a mix up. This is 75 grams of Eat Lean protein cheese. It's frozen because I grate it in my food processor and just freeze it. So I'm going to chuck that into my butternut squash mix, which is still a bit warm, so it will melt in there. So I've got 7 eggs in there, butternut squash and some Eat Lean protein cheese. So in my pan I fried the chorizo, some onions, and I found some mushrooms in the fridge, so I chucked them as well, so I fried those up. I'm now just going to throw them in the pan with the butternut squash and the eggs and the cheese. I'm not going to miss any of the chorizo because I've pointed all of that. So I'll mix that. I'm going to mix that all in. Oops. So that's all mixed together. So I've put that into my silicone mould. So I'm just going to put that in the oven, middle of the oven, gas mark 6, until it's set, basically till the eggs are cooked. So this is my finished butternut squash and chorizo frittata. I've cut it into 9 pieces, so the whole recipe is 10 smart points, so that is 1 smart point each up until 5 portions, and then it jumps up to 6. So, but then it is quite filling, so you won't probably need 5 unless you're very, very hungry. So thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.